Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of FPL Backbenchers. This is your host Somnath and I'm joined by my co-host Anjan. Anjan, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. What about you?
I'm doing okay. I think nothing much to be said about the game week that is going on. The first round of fixtures are over, so we are uh, doing the pod on the break day. So the next set of double game week fixtures will be happening tomorrow. Three more fixtures are left. So I think tomorrow couple of fixtures and then uh, day after one more fixture. Uh,
Yeah.
Everton against Newcastle. So yeah, midway point of the double game week. Not very happy to be honest, but I don't know. Let's see how the complexion of the game week changes with the remaining fixtures. I was just checking. Interestingly, even though the next game week is a blank game week, but the deadline is on Friday night. So
Yeah.
be wary about that. Thinking it's a blank game week, do not miss out on the deadline altogether. So how about you, Anjan? I think scored decent point. What's your point? I don't remember.
It's 68 minus 8. Uh,
Okay,
it's
so you're
68 minus 8.
3 points, right? So that's pretty decent.
Yeah.
I think you had
Six.
Cancelo, so
Yeah, I cancel.
Cancelo helped. So
Cancel help. Nobody scored as such for my team. It was, I think, 5 6 points in and around between few of my players. I think Laka gave 6 and Kane gave 6. I think Salah and Cancelo gave 9 points. That's all. I don't remember anything else.
well, the Cancelo and the Ramsdale points are huge. Right? Both got you 3 bonus points. So that's something amazing. I think
Ramsdale
Ramsdale
gave
got
2 bonus.
2 bonus. Nonetheless, it's 9 points for
Hmm.
doing it. Yeah, decent enough. I would say it's a decent enough game week considering one of your players did not play. So 68 is a good score. I haven't beaten that. So what do you want to talk about?
Well, double game week announcement happened, so
Yeah. So before
definitely it should be our priority.
yeah, it should be a priority. So before we're potting on Tuesday night. So the I don't know, bombshell. It was expected that double game week announcement would be coming in, but we at least I did not expect that announcement to be happening today itself. That was not the reason why we were doing a pod any case today. But the double game week announcement happened for game week 31 and 33. So we'll briefly touch upon that. But I say briefly because the 33 fixtures are entirely dependent on the FA Cup fixture which will be happening on game week 30 or during game week 30. So I think the next pod we'll have a much more detailed discussion and like proper discussion as to
Yeah,
how
exactly.
to play and navigate double game. Before we move on, I'll show you the fixture and I'll show you Mr. Kellen's post regarding it. Quick shout out to all the people who have subscribed last week. It does help us, energize us. Please, guys, support the channel, like and subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends as well. Let's move on to the updated schedule. So, double game week has been announced for Burnley and Everton in game week 31, which was pretty much assumed that that will be happening. The only difference is, I think, the assumption was it will be on 32. That's game week 30, but it's happening in game week 31. So, if I can quickly just state the fixtures, Burnley, Burnley's fixtures are both of them are home fixtures. Burnley has City at home and Everton at home, and Everton's fixture both of them are away. One is West Ham away, one is Burnley away. Hardly very enticing fixtures to be very honest. The team itself are not something that you get very enthusiastic about. So, but yeah, we are suckers for double game week, guys. I'm sure we'll be sucking, getting sucked into double game week once again. Anjan, I think you've been holding because in the anticipation that there'll be double game for so long.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, I thought I would just keep him for another week because I was anticipating Burnley would get a double fixture on 31 or 32. So that's the prime reason to just keep him.
And keeping in mind that that particular Everton and Burnley match will be a huge match because they both are
Yeah,
in a
exactly.
relegation, and I think
Relegation fight.
they are both on similar points. Although Everton does have more matches in hand than Burnley, but I think that will be a pretty not scoring wise exciting, but that will be an exciting match as per the relegation battle itself.
Yeah, agree.
Speaking of, apart from that, we also got announcement for double game week 33. So there are certain teams who have confirmed double game weeks in 33. Certain who are likely and possible to have a double game week. These will be dependent on the FA Cup fixtures that will be happening in game week 30 around. So the confirmed teams are Brighton, Burnley, Leicester, Man United, and Newcastle. So Burnley will be having not exactly back to back, but they will be having two double games in quick succession. Something that is interesting and to be noted. The likely teams are Arsenal and Southampton, and possibly Chelsea, Liverpool, and City can, but these are highly unlikely to happen. So the scenarios as such are even if Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, City, and Southampton they don't get a double game week, they will still have a single game week fixture in that particular game. The potential blanks would be Aston Villa will be blanking. So some of us have Aston Villa players, or many of us have Aston Villa players in our team. Leeds will be blanking and Wolves will be blanking. So that will be an interesting scenario because these are all the players that we are having right now, or at least we are gunning
Yeah,
towards right now.
exactly.
So yeah, it will be interesting as to how do we navigate that. But we cannot say that with certainty since it's all dependent on the FA Cup fixture. The ones that we are certain about are Brighton. They will be facing Tottenham away and Man City away. So particularly not a very good double game week, I would say. Do you think there is any potential in that Brighton, Tottenham away, Man City away?
Hmm. Uh, I
I
think
don't know.
Brighton are. I think Brighton are right now in their uh, beach
Some
period. I think
yeah,
they are right now in their holiday period, I guess, because
nothing.
their performance level has drastically fallen, and I don't see any motivation also for them to improve. So I don't think
Basically, I
it's
feel
good
there
enough.
is freshness in the squad, which will only happen once they have transfer window. Need some new players. They need a goal scorer in that team. So yeah, nothing much to play for. Burnley have a good double game week. They have West Ham away and Southampton home. I think these are the kind of fixtures that Burnley would be likely to pick up points from. So that's interesting. Leicester also have a very decent double game week in Newcastle away and Everton away. United have Norwich home and Liverpool away. Um, it does. If I mean, don't let the Liverpool away thing deter you because remember United will be fighting for the top four. So yeah, it's a decent picture. And Newcastle also has Leicester home and Crystal Palace home, which is a very decent picture for Newcastle. So looking at the setup right now, I think some of us probably have Newcastle players in our team. Barring this, I don't know how many of us. I don't think any of us have United players in our team right now. So that's
And
something that needs to be figured out in a matter of 2 or 3 game weeks. So right now the things will be very quick, guys, because there are a lot of fixtures to be rescheduled. If I will quickly move on to the ticker provided by Ben. Uh, by the way, I wanted to uh, add a small note. Condolences to Ben Felin. He lost his father this last, and still he is active and doing all this for the community is absolutely top notch.
Yeah,
Hats off
it's up. Yeah, it's up to you.
to you. Yeah. So as you can see, as per his table, the teams that do have fixtures yet to be rescheduled, one is Arsenal. They have Tottenham away, which has not been scheduled yet. Arsenal also had the Chelsea match, which has been scheduled for Game Week 33. So, irrespective of anything, that match is happening. Barring this, the teams are Everton will still have two more matches to be rescheduled. Leicester will have two more matches to be rescheduled, and rest of them are just like one odd match each. So these are certain things. Why am I mentioning what matches are to be rescheduled? Because we have to understand we have limited number of transfers left. So depending on if you have saved or you have rolled a transfer, you either have 9 or 10 transfer to go for the season. So each transfer is very precious. So there needs to be a lot of meticulous, decision making. Or you can go hit crazy. That is, if you are comfortable with that style of playing, absolutely go for it. But otherwise, you need to plan what players you're bringing in when other chips are being used. Something to keep in mind. As of now, if as you can see from the table, we will not be discussing till game week 38 because that will become a lot more confusing for you guys. 31, as you can see, um, Burnley has a double game week. Everton has a double game week. 32 again is a normal game week wherein there might be some results that will be leading on to further probably postponements or being up of midweek game week because a lot of teams will be having Champions League matches. So depending on the results, a lot of things might happen going forward. And again, 33, as we know, is again a very big and mega double game. So Anjan, what exactly are your plans, initial thought, initial reactions regarding?
Well, my initial thoughts were actually I have two free hit chip and a triple captain left. My initial thought was I would free it in 33, and then I will just move forward, looking at the fixtures. Then when I saw it specifically, I saw City if City loses their FA Cup semi-final against Southampton, they have a very nice game week 33 double week, double game fixtures. I think it's Wolves and Brighton, Wolves away and Brighton home. So if it happens, I might go for a triple captain City player, probably someone KDB or someone like that. That's my initial thought process.
But that will require a lot of team restructuring, if I'm not wrong, because you need to cover
No,
players.
no, I can easily do Salah to KDB, and then
You would
like I
require
would.
other team players as well, right? I'm not getting too much elaborately into strategy because, but I think knowing what your team is right now, if you need to cover the other double game week players as well from United, from different teams, I think that will incur a lot of suffering for your team. But anyways, my initial thoughts and reaction is too much to take to be very honest because a lot of information has come in at a very short duration. So still absorbing all the information and basically trying to process it. What I'm thinking right now is first the 31 double game week. I think it'll depend. Let's see how the Everton Newcastle match pans out. I think basis on performance, if Everton don't look to generally impress, although they do have the better double game week 16 31, I don't think I'll be investing heavily. I already have gotten in my team. I don't think I'll be going crazy as to get another Everton player. Probably I might switch for somebody else. The only major and Burnley also as well. I wouldn't be going too deep in that particular double game. The only probably uh, initial thought process and reaction to this announcement is I might not be making any transfers in game week 30, which was originally planned, and probably I'd like to roll over my transfer to better see what can be done and how to plan understand it further. That's about my initial thought process right now. So, not much to talk about regarding the next game week because it's a super blank game week, only four fixtures, right? So, any particular match of this game week or any particular thing, Anjan, that you want to talk about? Any
Well,
specific
I
game
want to,
that caught your
yeah.
fancy?
Well,
Yes.
I want to talk about the Leicester versus Brentford match. I guess other teams like Aston Villa, Arsenal, Wolves, Leeds. Most of
No,
us, most of us.
I'm not talking about game week 30. I'm talking about the game week that is going on right now. Anything that
Acha,
caught your
okay.
attention and anything in particular, because we'll be discussing 30 elaborately, obviously, but anything that particularly struck your attention that we probably might need to reconsider. I think
Well,
my particular thing was probably in all the double game week hoopla we have kind of overlooked Manchester City a bit, and City dropping the points, Liverpool winning, and obviously they do have a match tomorrow against Arsenal. So if they are winning that match as well, the title race is pretty much on. So I think even with City not having a double game week, we need to start looking at their players to stack up on their players, because right now I think most teams have the setup wherein we don't have City players or we have hardly one City player. So that needs to be changing. I personally have sold Cancelo on a wild card. He's an asset very dear and near to me for this particular season. He has been absolutely immense. So I need a way to figure out how to bring back Cancelo. That is one of my things that I am thinking. Apart from this, I think Spurs are very inconsistent. That has been established.
yeah, one like they would play very well in one game week. They would score 4 5 goals, and in another game week they would concede 2 3 goals. So they are very inconsistent. I really don't trust them.
Yeah, but objectively, if we have to look, I think this I've noticed. Like since now Kulusevski is playing, I think that has taken the shine off Sun a bit. I don't think owning Sun is as essential as it used to be. Uh, like I don't know how long Kulusevski will be continuing in this particular form or run, but right now I think going Kulusevski over Sun is a no-brainer because you are saving a lot of money. I don't see. There were some suggestions that you can probably, or you should probably, not by me suggestions, I saw these on Twitter, so that you probably can sell Salah to bring back Salah. I will highly suggest against it for similar reasons that I mentioned, that we have very limited transfer left. It's an absolutely bollocks decision to sell Salah and bring him back the very next game week, because there is nobody in the range like you are switching for KTP or Sterling. Who are you switching for? The only player legitimately you can switch for is Son, who I don't think is important to own right now. I think Kane is the better asset to own right now than Son. That's just my personal view. What do you think, Anjan?
Yeah, completely agree with that. I
Do you
think
think? Yeah.
I think Kulu is a very nice option. I guess he's like price bracket is very good, and he's quite cheap. And yeah, I never owned Sun. I was always a Kane person, so it's
Another
nothing
thing I
new for
think
me.
is that is kind of emerging right now is uh, if a lot of people have the three forward setup, I think right now midfield is where the points are. So you can easily have a very decent five-man midfield. Even I don't have a five-man midfield because one of them is occupied by Gordon. Even though he is dirt cheap, I think it's a waste of space because I can get somebody who can actually score points in those positions. So if you are looking for a structural change, probably that's where I'll go towards. Even if you look at the double game week 33 and all those scenarios, there are hardly any forwards to be getting excited about, barring probably if I don't know what he is fit by then. But yeah, so these are things that need to be kept in mind and considered while making the transfer and progression moving forward. Dorothy was a trap. Do you think we all fell into a Dorothy shaped trap? Because that's been a point of discussion for a lot of people on the community.
And actually, we also
I
had a
personally think so.
discussion regarding Doherty and Regulan because we knew that Regulan would be the first choice right now because Sessegnon is injured. I think till he will return back in April. But again, the problem is that Doherty was so cheap, and we thought like we should save some more money regarding a Spurs defender because we know Spurs are always that
Especially
sort of
when
kind
you
of
can't
team.
keep a clean sheet. Yeah, absolutely agree.
Yeah, exactly.
I personally don't think Dorothy is a trap, to be honest, because we are just basing that off of one team. We also have to realize that they're playing United. United were always likely to score, and probably not as an easy match as we would have expected. Let's wait for tomorrow because I think with the Brighton match should be favoring Dortmund and Spurs in general a bit more than the United match. So,
Yeah.
looking for points there. Let's
One
see.
more thing that I feel if you are looking for a Chelsea asset, I think Kai is the best option right now.
Yeah. So, Kai Havertz absolutely. I think the control of the goal itself was very nice. It was a
Very nice.
typical
Very nice.
center
Brilliant.
forward kind of a goal. So he's
Yeah,
had
I regret selling him. He was in my team. I knew that okay he would like maybe he would be involved in the match.
well. To be
But
fair,
yeah,
he did nothing for almost 90 minutes of the game. So yeah,
yeah.
that was just
To be fair, it was I think a right decision because I sold him for Kulu and Kulu returned with 5 points and
one more
he
match to
has like one match to go.
plus they have
So
a
okay,
game week 30 fixture as well. So yeah,
game is
lot of
30 fixture also.
it makes sense. But yeah, I mean I think Havertz certainly especially would be interesting for next season as well because he's emerging in that center forward kind of a role. If Tuchel is to stay, I think yeah, good things happening. Getting emotional. We already at the fag end of the season, not achieved our targets yet. We have to talk about Ivan Tony because absolutely under radar, not starting back to back matches. He has scored 5 goals in 2 matches now and has a
Clear
game that
penalties. Though.
doesn't matter. Points are points.
So,
He
do you
he
feel
he is
do
the best penalty taker in the world, at least according to his manager. So yeah, why not?
do
Interesting
you
part
feel
is uh,
well?
yeah,
Do you feel Brentford would get penalty against Leicester?
that's very hard to
A trick
predict.
of penalties.
No, that's very hard to predict. But I think the chances of scoring have drastically increased with the delivery of Christian Eriksen because he's not playing a bit part role. He's playing matches, right? And he is delivering beautiful crosses. Barring the penalty, also the first goal was beautiful from Brentford. So I think Tony's potential is maximized. I feel Tony also has a very decent picture in game week 30 as well. So if anybody is looking for sort of a differential, you can go Tony. But I think it's a very limited time choice because 31 he has match against Chelsea. That's two away at Chelsea, not a very favorable fixture. Then okay at West Ham at home 32 you I don't know how you will be fitting in Tony into the picture into the setup rather with all these double game week announcements and all. So if somebody is on free hit, absolutely take a punt. He's a very under the radar kind of differential. Even Christian Eriksen can absolutely go for it. I'm regretting, and this honest to God, I'm not this not speaking in hindsight. I did consider Tony while I was on wildcard, but I thought, yeah, he's not starting, he's not playing that well, so why to? Scenario would have been completely different. At least better than the absolute shambolic choice that the Southampton defenders are. What happened to Saints? I think even they are on the beach.
They are also in their bits right now.
Yeah, absolutely was. Even I was never convinced about their double game week, and I don't know. I got caught up in all the hype. Anyways, I'm to blame myself. I don't blame anybody else. I doubled up on Southampton forwards. K Adams and Zoya did nothing on the double game week. I told K Adams last game week he gave an assist, most pointless assist ever. So yeah, as we are speaking about Tony, yeah, Leicester did not do enough to convince anything. So yeah, nothing much to speak about Leicester.
I
Leeds
think
Norwich
I
was
think
very
like I think like Barnes had a decent kind of game.
yeah. Barnes had a decent kind of game. Agreed. Ramsdale had a better game. So yeah,
Hmm.
that kind of overshadowed everything. And especially for me as an Arsenal fan, so I did not at all pay attention to what they were doing. So yeah, yeah. Barnes did play well. He had, I think, a point blank header, which was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. It was a sheer shot goal otherwise. I did expect us to concede, but Arun Ramsdale was playing on a different level altogether. So once again, Leicester seems to be his favorite opponent. He comes alive against Leicester. Everton were symbolic once again, but they did create a lot of chances to be honest. And I think Everton. I was watching the highlights. I was watching match of play. Everton did play well. They did not play bad, barring the goal, which was a very defensive kind of an error from a nothing shot. I think they did play well. The Charlison had a lot of chances. He should have or could have easily scored at least one, if not more. Gordon's crosses were brilliant. Both of his crosses to Richarlison should have been goal, but didn't happen. Not exactly gloomy as to how Everton the perception is right now, but need to see what happens in the Newcastle match. What did you feel about Villa?
I didn't see the match, but I felt like I saw the highlights. I think Lucas Team injury might be the factor for them
In the match?
conceding.
I don't think so. I think they played the first match without Lucas Team, right? In the double game week. They were
Yeah,
absolutely fine. I think it was more of a grit from West Ham that they wanted to win uh, for the match, and even they had a lot of injury. Antonio got injured, Wesley got injured. Still figured out a way to beautiful moment for Yarmolenko to score the goal. Very
Benrama had a nice game actually.
and Rama has been low-key having nice games under the radar. We were not just focused on Benrama because we all had Bowen, but I think
Hmm.
since AFCON or AFCON onwards, Benrama has been good. I mean, if you go on and check out his, he's been slowly and steadily ticking along. So, kind of showing or displaying the form that was there in the start of the season by when we all had Benrama in our team. So, yeah, but I don't think any of us will be going near a West Ham asset right now because they don't have any upside. No double game week to come forward, not very nice range of fixture. Villa don't have generally a very good run of fixture right now. So if you are looking to or you have a Villa player, you can sell or you might sell. Uh, yeah, we have to speak about Ronaldo hat trick. So Anjan, why don't you do the honor?
No, no, no. You just do the honor effort to Ronaldo. Actually.
Yeah, I think it was amazing hat trick. So, what did you make about as to how United played and how he genuinely had a very good. I was very impressed.
Ronaldo single-handedly won the match for them. As simple as that.
He was he was playing with a mission. I felt
I think
so.
he had around eight. I think he had around 8 or 9 shots.
It
And
was not just also fluky. No, not exactly 8 or 9 shots. I think United in total had 6 shots on target, out of which I think five were of Ronaldo's. I'm not wrong.
no, no, no. I think Ronaldo had 8 or 9 shots, and out of them, I think five were on target.
But they were not fluky. He was running a lot. He was doing a lot of things off the ball as well. So yeah, if he manages to keep that kind of a form till the end of the season, now it will be a very good race to the top four kind of a battle. Uh, so yeah, that will be something interesting to see. Incidentally, I don't know, it's purely coincidental, but they did play well without Bruno. Right now, United are playing the Champions League match against Atletico. It's going nil-nil. So yeah, that is to be. Let's see what happens there.
I think we can now move to game with 30 pictures. I
Yes,
think we are on the same
I
page.
was just trying to assess anything. I particularly don't think a lot of people will have the question about the Saka injury. I don't think it should be a very serious injury. He should be fit enough to play. Hoping we need him more than anything in the Liverpool. So yeah, Arsenal are in a decent touch, but we have very difficult fixture run. Anyway, so let's move on to game week 30 fixtures. Sorry. The first match is Wolves against Leeds. So we forgot
It's
to.
on Friday. It's on Friday. So,
Yeah, it's a
so the
Friday night,
deadline is on Friday.
Friday night deadline. 12, uh, 12 at night India time, and basically 30 UK time. So we forgot to speak about Connor Cody. 3 goals now this
Mm,
season. Amazing. I did not know he had the capacity to score any goals. But anyway, so how do you see this match going about?
Wolves are playing in their home, right? Mm. I don't see either team keeping a clean sheet. I would go for a 1-1 draw. I think Leeds are there. Leeds know that they have to take points from this kind of matches for them to survive in the league. I feel it would be a 1-1 draw for me.
Speaking about Leeds, like to quickly touch, I think Bamford looked well, but his finishing was not on par. Rafinha actually could have had a lot of points if people like Bamford and Craig, they all could have, not Craig, I'm sorry, Troik, I think, they could have
Strike.
finished the chances.
Rafinha himself had 2 shots on 1 shot on bar, 1 shot on post.
Yeah,
He like personally missed so many chances also. So yeah,
yeah, he's the, I think, the poster boy for what could have been always. He rarely hauls beyond single digit scores. So, yeah, he could have had a lot. Why I mentioned Bamford, I think Bamford, you will see slowly and steadily the introduction happening. He played 45 minutes last match. I expect him to play around 50, 60 minutes odd, probably in this match as well. They were clicking, so Leeds were much better with Bamford in because they had a target man to actually target towards, and he was holding up the ball well and he was playing well. There is obviously that rustiness that comes with such a long and prolonged kind of absence from the game. So ideally, the chances that he could have buried, he missed very simple chances. But I think that will be turning around. I agree. I think I have a hunch Leeds will win this match, or they should win this match because it's critical for them to win this match. I but I'll go for I think 1-1 to Wolves, and it be a draw. Uh, Next match is Villa against Arsenal.
Yeah, I think Arsenal would win this match. I don't see Villa winning it against Arsenal. I see Arsenal winning it, but I see both of the teams conceding in this match. Arsenal winning it probably by 2-1.
I'll go for somewhat similar. I think it'll be like 3-1 kind of a match in favor of Arsenal. I agree. Probably we won't be able to keep a clean sheet. Arsenal are playing well. I just hope the Liverpool match does not affect our confidence that much. But actually, I think us playing on a Wednesday or ideally like Wednesday, Thursday, or it's a Wednesday tomorrow, right? Or Thursday. I forgot. Anyways, so playing a match in such close succession, I think there will be a bit of jitteriness. It'll be a close match. I'll also stick with the 2-1 to us. It'll not be as free flowing probably. Hoping it's the match. Win the match. These are the two fixtures on Saturday. Then we move on to Sunday. Leicester against Brentford.
People are like expecting this. People are expecting this to be a very high scoring match. I don't see it personally to be a very high scoring match.
Which
I
people
would,
are
uh,
expecting this scoring match?
uh,
I'm a
yeah,
one
I
single
guess.
person who has told me that this could be high scoring. That's my like at least my opinion. Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
I
what do you expect from the match and how do you think it'll go?
I feel Leicester would win this match by 2-1.
I'll go for a 2-0 to Leicester. I know I have suggested Tony and Ericsson, but this is just my prediction. I think might be Leicester will edge out a 2-0 to Leicester. No particular reason as to why. Interesting to see who actually starts. So now the thing with Leicester is they don't have a settled 11. Very difficult to figure out who to invest into because even the defenders are not sure. So keep moving around. I think, but if you're looking for an attacker to invest into, I think Harvey One Barnes is a good choice right now. Even probably Madison, but more so I think Barnes is right now in the zone more than Madison. So I will probably go for Barnes. First West Ham,
It's on Sunday or it's on Monday.
it's on Sunday. How does that?
Okay. Uh,
Does that
I
affect your
think
pick
it's a
if it's on Sunday or Monday? Out of interest, I'm asking. Why did you ask?
no, no, nothing like that. Well, I feel because Spurs are such a team because they are so inconsistent team. It's so hard to predict like what kind of match it would be. And West Ham are also fighting for Europe. So I think it could be a tight affair. I think I would go for a 1-1 draw.
I think Spurs are very consistently inconsistent. So I think it's their turn to win this match now. Or I don't know. Probably they win the match tomorrow and then they lose the match again. But I would say that Spurs should win this match. I'll go for 2-1 to Spurs kind of match. So yeah, that's all the fixtures that there are in Game Week 30. If somebody is wondering where are the rest fixtures, well, they are not there due to FA Cup. Some have already been played in the prior game week 28 and the months that are going on, and some fixtures will be decided later.
And
So now
one more thing we forgot to discuss. Like, whom are you going to captain? Like, who is the best captaincy option?
I never forget, bro. We never discuss captaincy at the starting of the pod. We always discuss that after the fixtures today. That's what I was getting into. So I that was my question to you because I've spoken a lot. Who are you captaining? Because I love these game weeks when Salah is not there. These are the best game weeks for me this season. I hate the Salah auto choice captaincy. So who are you considering to captain?
Well, in my consideration, Harry Kane is an option. I think he is the best option I have right now.
I think he'll be the standout option, if not anything else. But if somebody is feeling, I think, a bit risky or wants to take or a different route, I think I would say I'd say Martinelli is a good option purely because Lucas Dean is not available. Ashley Young will be playing on that side. Uh, Martinelli's pace might catch him out in that match, so that is probably a good route that if you want to take a punch at all, that is. Even Saka, I think,
Martinelli, Martinelli plays on the left side, right?
that will be
And
on
he
Villa's
will
side. Oh, that
no,
Attic Ashton. Okay.
yeah,
So
he
yeah,
will play on the medical.
I think if
I think
I think
I think
regardless of that, I think Martinelli is a good choice. But yeah, to the point that I was trying to make, I think in that case, Saka is a good choice, captaincy wise. If anybody is looking to go a bit left field, also I would say Barnes is a different one. We are looking to captain somebody else. Personally, my captain right now is also on Harry Kane. Change at any point of time. So let's move on to your team. Anil.
yeah.
Let's see where you at.
Can you just read it out for me?
So you have Ramsdale, Lucas Dean, who has been kind of ruled out. Not exactly. We have to wait for the passers. Ryan Aitnuri, Doherty, Saka, Kulusevski. I'm just reading the players that have picture. Rafinha, Kane captain, and Lacazette. So you have 8 players, including captain, including Lucas Dean. What are your plans? How many?
Uh, Lucas Dean is probably out for this match.
Hmm?
I my initial plan was I would remove Willock and I will take Harvey Barnes or Madison. That was my plan.
Okay.
And right now the Lucas Dean situation like has mm, I may take a hit also and I may bring a Leicester defender also.
In,
Probably someone cheap like Amarty.
in place of Lucas Dean, Amarte, and in place of Willock, you're going for a Leicester midfielder.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's very actually we don't have much to plan because there are not enough matches. And after this game week, there is another uh, international break. I think the last one for this
Yeah,
season.
last one.
They are very they are dragged like anything, man. Anyways, going to my team, I have Michael in goal, Doherty, Hillman, uh, Martinelli, Rafinha, Kulusevski, Lacazette, and Kane. So I have 8 players right now. Initial plan was to actually transfer out Roya for probably somebody like Yamato. I do have the money for that as well in the bank, so I don't need to take a hit for that. But as I said, the announcements for the doubles have kind of tweak my thinking a bit, and I'm thinking to roll. I mean, even before the doubles were announced, to be fair, I was thinking of rolling the transfer simply because although I would have the Leicester player for the double game week that is there in 33, I'm not just sure that whether Iheanacho will be somebody who will keep his place in the team till game week 33. There's a high chance Vardy might be coming back. Iheanacho might not figure or feature in the team as at all. The other option would have been to sell Gordon to get a midfielder like how Anjan is getting, like a Barnes or a Madison. Problem with that is in 31 again, Everton have a double game week. So if Gordon looks good, and well, if I want to get some double game week player for that particular fixture, again I have to waste transfer on a Everton player which I'm not very insistent on. As of now, I'm very pro towards rolling the transfer. I think I have 8 players over 4 matches, which is very decent. I don't think the kind of fixtures that there are, it warrants 11 players altogether. So yeah, that's about where I am. But yeah, it will all depend. I might pop in another defender or somebody. Not sure. As of now, I'm rolling.
Cool.
Anything else? We need to discuss?
Yeah, I think we are done.
Major talking points. How are
Mm,
you planning? So now I think a lot of people are coming to the phase where they have used most of their chips, right? And I think both of us have the same amount of chips remaining. We both have free hits, both the free hits remaining as well as the triple cap. So what's your general sketch of the roughly the plan that you're looking towards as to deploy?
well, mm, I would probably, uh, I would probably play a chip in Game Week 33, either be it a free hit or be it a triple captain.
Hmm.
Game Week 36, another week, I'm going to play a chip, and might be Game Week 37. 37 or depends. It might be 38 also. These
Okay.
are my thoughts. So 31, definitely, I'm not playing a chip. That's for sure. 33, yeah, I would look to it after the FA Cup fixtures happens this week. I will like lean towards either free hit or a triple captain team. I would just give a look to the both aspect. But in gaming 33, definitely I'm playing a chip. That's my initial thought.
Actually, game week 35 also can be a double game week, just in case you're not aware. It's not been announced, and anything has been announced yet. But I think if I'm not wrong, 35, 36, 37 all will have double game week fixture. So yeah, a lot of preparation needs to go to that. Uh, that is also, I think, even my transfers right now, I feel requires a lot of commitment from my end, wherein I have decided my chip strategy. So my transfers will be in that direction. So yeah, that's why I'm leaning more towards saving the transfer more than anything else. That's about it, guys. I think we have pretty much covered. There's nothing else to cover, to be very honest. Right. So if anything else particularly you want to ask us, you want to let us know, please drop a comment below and do like and subscribe to the video and our channel as well. Please share the word and spread the word. Okay? Peace out. Have a wonderful game week ahead. May you have
Bye bye. Good night, guys.